What up, fam? Welcome back to the vlog. I believe this is vlog number 3 for this channel. Very off to a very slow start this year in a span of like what, 4 months? This is my 3rd one I'm working on. Jesus. Well, here we are. Here we go. We have some announcements to make today. And we're just going to touch on some stuff going on and get you guys up to speed with the Life of Evan Brandt and Evan 67 vlogs. In other news, since we last talked on the last video, we kind of discussed the Sea-Doo projects here. These are currently on the back burner right now. Just no time, no money to get to these, but these are going to be probably a project we're going to pick up on in a couple months from now. Winter project, get these things ready for next summer because there's a plan. There's a plan. So, Sea-Doo content coming soon. Now, today on the other hand, I just thought I'd get you guys up to speed. Kind of been sick a lot these last couple of months, which has kind of sucked. Affected work and some stuff I got going on. Taking care of my daughter, things like that. So, there's that. Health stuff sucks, but we deal with it. Today I figured since I got a little bit of extra time, I'm gonna wash the truck, which we're gonna walk to right now. If you guys would like to walk with me as I try to figure out how I'm gonna carry all this and hold my phone in front of me to film this. Okay, we'll figure it out. All right, Okay, picking this back up over here by the truck because I suck and I dropped everything. I should have filmed it. It was kind of funny. But yeah, so we got the F-150 here. Have not washed this thing since I think June. So it's been over a month and she dirty. So we're gonna clean this thing today. So I was just actually kind of getting some of this stuff here out of the shed. Usually I just run this thing through like car washes when I'm in a rush, but just things have been tight, haven't had a lot of time, and figured with a little bit of extra time today, we'll dive into a quick little detail on the truck. As you guys know in my introduction video, if you've watched that video, this is my 2020 Ford F-150. It is now 5 years old. It has 102,000 miles on it, and running strong. Had some hiccups within terms of a couple of issues that happened that I had to kind of diagnose and figure out myself since it was out of warranty. But it's a great truck. 2.7 EcoBoost, 2-wheel drive. It's got the electronic locker, big fuel tank. It's nice because I could go a whole week commuting and only have to fill it up once a week. And or road trips, it'll make it to Vegas or Havasu on 1 tank of gas, which is pretty nice. Love this truck to death, and just trying to take the best care of it as I can. So we're gonna wash it today, and we got some maintenance coming up that needs to get taken care of, as well as a couple of things that I've been thinking about that I'm gonna wanna do to this thing here in the near future once I start getting some finances straightened out. The truck is leveled. It's got a 3-inch leveling block on the front, and I believe a 1.5 or a 2-inch on the rear. Went with a bigger tire. It did have methods on it at one point with 35-inch tires. Those came off just because ran into a financial situation, needed a little bit of extra cash. So I have a couple of wheel idea designs. We are going to go back to a 17-inch wheel on it eventually. Whether it's going to be like a method or maybe a OEM style Ford wheel that I have my eyes on, that would be pretty cool to have too. But just been kind of taking care of this thing. Couple of plans I have for this thing is I'd like to do a 4-inch lift. It's going to need shocks and struts soon, so that'll be a good excuse to maybe do a nice lift on the truck. Update wheels and tires. Tires on the truck are still pretty good. I've had these tires replaced, I want to say 15, no, I think I had these tires put on at around 80,000 miles. So over 20,000 miles ago, and they still have a ton of tread on them. So we'll wait for these things to kind of start to go away till we change up the meats on it. And I'm planning on wanting to do a truck topper, like a snug top or a Lear. Planning on doing more road trips with this thing here in the future. And it would just be nice to have that extra loading space in the back to pack this thing up full of stuff if I want to do like a trip to Arizona or something. We are in Southern California, so, and I have family and friends, and I believe my parents are talking about buying a house in Havasu in the next year or two. So lots of road trips out that way. And with the little one, figured the snug top would probably be good to kind of help with fuel mileage a little bit and just have that extra lock away space for road trips. And planning on rigging this thing out for off-roading and doing camping trips as well. Camping is going to be a big thing we're going to want to start doing next year that I'm looking into getting into. I used to love camping, and we're going to rig this thing out completely for doing camping trips. So I'm pretty excited about that. And we'll go into more details on the specs and my vision on building this thing up to being more of like a kind of miniature excursion off-road type rig for over the road use, traveling, things like that, and maybe do like a trailer or something in the future. But in the meantime, we're gonna get ready to clean this thing up, and I'm actually getting ready to make lunch here pretty soon, so I figured I'll show you guys. For lunch today, I pulled out some wings I had in the freezer, some pre-seasoned Malibu wings we're gonna do on the gas grill. So maybe we'll film that. Figure nice, light, healthy lunch. We'll do some chicken wings. So yeah, we're gonna get to work on the truck. And bam, just like that. Quick little wash. I don't go too in depth on detailing this thing just because it gets dirty so fast. Unless I was like getting ready to go on a road trip and I want it extra squeaky clean, then I'll put a little more work and effort into it. But just a quick wash, vacuum, interior wipe down. I always like to make sure I pull out my little rubber mats here, pressure wash those. Give it a quick go through. Just finished doing the windows real quick and the mirrors. And yeah, she should be roadworthy for the next few weeks before she'll need a bath again. It's kind of funny, when I got this thing, I wasn't a fan of wanting to get a silver vehicle, but my last car was silver, not by choice. This truck was silver, kind of by choice, but I didn't want silver, which is kind of funny. But this is just the deal I was able to make happen when I needed to get a truck, but it does the job. And quite frankly, I got 1 year left and this thing's paid off, and it's been a good vehicle, hands down. So yeah. So while I was finishing this thing up, I went ahead and started some lunch. We got the grill going over here. So yeah, we got wings on, and these guys look like they are about done. How about timing? I love when you have a really busy day and you're trying to get some stuff done, and you just keep knocking things out one thing at a time, and stuff just works out. A pretty productive day. So these guys are about done. I'm gonna wrap up with cleaning up the truck and pull these off and scarf down on some lunch. Shoo-wee! It's clean. It's clean. Alrighty, guys. We ate our lunch. That chicken was amazing. If you guys know about that Malibu rub, you know what's up. Quick chicken wings for lunch, got the truck all cleaned up, and actually I'm now getting ready to go get the kiddo and speed you guys up on that little topic I mentioned earlier. There's a big change coming to the channel, big update coming to the channel. I have an announcement to make. It's a doozy. So I should probably put the key in the ignition if I want to go anywhere. That'd be helpful. Oh, it's bright. Beginning of August in SoCal. You gotta love the weather out here. It gets warm. How warm is it outside? According to my truck, it's over 100 degrees outside. That's nice. So, getting ready to go pick up the kiddo right now from preschool. Gonna go pick up her mom and hang out for a little bit since it's been a somewhat kind of easy, chill, productive day. And take you guys along for the ride and kind of explain what's going on. So, big thing to talk about in today's video. Big topic, big announcement. Ooh, this one hurts. So, yeah. So, as you guys can see, the Mach 1 is listed for sale. Kind of surprised. I've come to a conclusion that I'm okay with putting the car up for sale and letting it go. I have, Jesus, probably 15 to 20 grand wrapped up in that car between swapping the motor and clutch, exhaust, tires, just all the little odds and end parts, and it's kind of weird timing because I do follow politics a little bit in California as far as, you know, like car emissions and stuff like that goes. And it's looking like, based off of what I'm hearing and my sources that I go off of, that CARB actually might be going away here in the next couple of months, depending on what happens with California politics and new federal law and EPA. It's interesting stuff going on, and which would be like the most amazing time if all that goes through, to make registering the car easier, because it does throw a lean code so it won't pass smog, and I have a pro chamber I've been wanting to stick on it. My issue is the fact that I've been in a little bit of a financial situation lately, kind of thinking about what I can do to get ahead, on a couple of things that I need to take care of and focus on what's next. And unfortunately, with everything I want to do to the Mustang, there's just no time for it right now. There's no budget for it right now. If I were able to register it and drive it, it would probably bring a lot of that excitement back. But the problem is the money is not there right now. I want to paint the car. I want to do all the suspension work. I really want to invest in the thing and just make it mine, make it a nice car, make it sick, make it something to enjoy and take out. And to do what I want to do with the car, like, it's going to cost me another 10, 15 grand maybe, and that's not even built motor boost. You know, between paints, wheels, tires, brakes, suspension, it's a lot to take on, and it's just, unfortunately, it's not a priority right now, and it's not gonna be for a while. So I was kind of talking in the video earlier, it would be pretty dope to be able to get some stuff knocked out on the truck, maybe do a little lift, wheels, tires, start decking this thing out for road trips and camping, which is something that I do want to focus on trying to do next year. That seems a little more realistic to me, I guess. So selling the Mustang will just be a stepping stone to getting ahead a little quicker and getting myself into the position that I need to be in to take the next big step, I guess, and start being able to focus on saving and get my own place. As you guys know in the videos, I am currently living at my parents' house. So it's not something I should complain about. My parents have a beautiful house, but my dad has always kind of been like that strict, tough love kind of person. And, you know, he works hard. He works 5, 6, 7 days a week for everything that he has. And he's really been pushing the fact that, you know, I need to kind of get my stuff figured out here, and I shouldn't be relying on him. I should already have this all figured out. And unfortunately, my situation has just been a little bit difficult that I ran into this year, and I just wasn't financially prepared for some of the burdens that I had to take on as far as responsibilities go. So, which also just kind of pushes back the idea of doing anything with the Mustang or any major projects at this time at that matter, which is probably why I've been a little slow with putting out videos. So I'm kind of thinking, if we sell the Mustang, re-up on some money, get some stuff taken care of, focus on some more simpler things next year, and what I'll do is in about a year or 2, 3 years from now, when, oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. People out here drive like jackasses. It wasn't a turn lane yet, and somebody was trying to drive around me. Idiot. So, anyways, not that I'm distracted or anything. I was actually paying attention. I was putting my signal on to get over, and this guy was trying to race around me. Oh my God, people drive me crazy. But anyways, back to the topic. So I'm considering letting the Mustang go for the right price. The money's going to go towards getting ahead on a couple of things and being able to kind of prepare myself for next year a little bit. And in the next 2-3 years from now, when I'm in a way better financial situation opposed to the situation I'm in now, I want to pick up another Mustang. Maybe when the daughter is a little older and a little easier to deal with, and things are maybe not as difficult as they are now, I wouldn't mind picking up maybe like a 03, 04 Cobra. That's been like a halo car to me. It's a bucket list car. The Mach 1 was a bucket list car, but unfortunately with what I wanted to do with it, it's just out of financial reach. But I'm kind of thinking I'll make it a 2 to 3 year plan, start working on a savings, and make myself like a $30,000 to $40,000 budget plan for my next car. So 0304 Cobra is, again, bucket list car. I've always wanted one. They make all the right sounds. If I could find one in white, dark shadow gray, or sonic blue, I believe those would be the three colors I would go for. I wouldn't be opposed to a black car. It's just I live in the desert and black is such a hard color to keep clean and maintained. But Terminator Cobra would probably be a first pick car. Another car that's really kind of had some type of desire to my attention would be a 2013-2014 Boss 302 Mustang. Kind of looking at where those are sitting budget financially within terms of the spec that I would want. I would want a 13-14 car in white or grabber blue. Those would be the two colors I'd choose. And I noticed as I kind of look online, you don't find grabber blue cars available. So, and similar to the Mach 1s, they're a limited production run for 2011 or 2012 to 2014. So it's a 3 or 4 year run car, but they did them in limited runs. And that Boss 302, it's a wicked setup. It's a strong car out of the box, strong motor, 444 horsepower, and they're boost ready. So if I got one of those cars and I got bored with the power, I'm a Pro Charger dealer. I could throw a P1X on it or a D1, make another 200 horsepower and throw a fuel system at it. Maybe make easy 600-700 horsepower street car and do it with a Boss 302, which would be just a badass, unique setup, and or find a car with, a lot of the stuff already done. So that would probably be like a $40,000 to $60,000 budget, being realistic. So those are two cars I'm considering looking at in the next couple of years: Terminator Cobra or a Boss 302, and or maybe like a Gen 2, Gen 3 car for the right price. Gen 2, I'd get a stick. Gen 3, I'd probably settle for the 10R80. Again, not sure what I'm going to do, but I got to sell the Mach 1 first and focus on other things. Get the Sea-Doos running for next season. Get the truck rigged out. We'll do some camping trips. And we'll have some fun. So, and we'll do other stuff on the channel. I got some RC stuff that I want to work on and do. Maybe we'll start getting back into cooking here soon, and kind of like the wings I did today. Something just simple, and just take you guys along for the ride. Try to do like more vlog style videos, like, take you along for like a day off, like things that I do. Maybe introduce some of my friends to the channel, introduce my family to the channel. We'll let it grow and see what it forms into, but I really would like it to focus on doing more vlog style videos. I know there's a lot of rambling in this video and it's not very exciting. Most of my videos so far have not been very exciting, but I'm hoping they're gonna get exciting because I want to share information. I want to share my life, and this will be like a fun project to show the family later on as the years go on, the kids get bigger, and see how much of a goof their dad was. So, but anyways, yeah, so that's the big announcement. Mach 1's for sale, and we're gonna move on to bigger, better things, and take you guys along for the ride, for the journey, and just hope for the best. So I'm about to go pick up the little one right now and go hang out with the mommy. So, alrighty guys, that sounded weird. My daughter's mother, Jackie, my fiance, I don't know. Alright guys, well, much love, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.